Who am I? The girls them sugar. Who am I? The girls them sugar. Welcome. How you living?
You know, man. Pumpkin spice vibes. Chilling.
I like it. You know, I know. I feel it, man. You got you a latte over there somewhere?
Yeah, you know, that was this morning, but you know.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I'm weak to caffeine. I can't be drinking anything after probably like 12. I drink that shit, I be up all night.
But facts though, like it's a brand new day. Like,
yeah, it be about 12 o'clock. I'll be out there rolling.
Yeah, but I be killing the caffeine. I'll wake up, hit some pre-workout, go to the gym, go back, get some coffee.
Yep.
That lunch, hit an energy drink. Like I'll be.
But you need all that though. I realize when you work out, because I've been drinking like I'll drink something like right before my workout or right after, because I need that boost right at 4 o'clock. Facts. And if I don't have that, then I'm just sleepy the whole morning. I won't wake up till like 12 for real.
Facts.
So unless I just go in there and don't work out hard, but who am I?
Yeah, shit. It's a struggle out here, dog.
Yeah, man. Well, shit, we got some topics today. some kind of funny ones, but as usual, we'll start with some music. So yeah, I'll actually go ahead and get started on one. I got mine just pretty sure. I only got one album. That's "Don't Run From Rap" by Simba. This is about 12 songs, 37 minutes, so right around that area that I love. Really easy to listen to. I call these, I don't really know how to explain these bars or like what kind of like rapping this really is. But it's simplified bars. That's kind of what I would I classify it as. Like, you know, you got rappers that's like complicated and you might have to like decipher the song a couple times. Like with a rapper like him, Ace Hood, Meek, like rappers like them, they give it to you. You know exactly what you heard. The punchline is there. You just know what it is. You ain't got to like think about it. Nothing crazy. Nothing too complicated. And I like that most of the time. Most of the time I like when it's not too crazy. If I'm just listening to somebody who's want to ride in the car, just want to work out for something, I like to listen to those type of albums like at that time. So albums that I have to sit down and kind of digest sometimes ain't the vibe all the time. So it's cool to listen to albums like this. We heard a freestyle of his this last week, and I sent it over to King, and he was like, hey, man, you know, let's see if he could actually create an album. The funny thing is, he actually rapped exactly like he freestyles. like there was no like real difference. Like legitimately, like he's like, damn, this freestyle hard. And you listen to rap, I'm like, pretty hard. Like he pretty good. Like I rated right around where I rated. I think it was Grip. We had a Grip album earlier this year. That really surprised me. Grip, I'd probably still rate a little bit higher than this. Grip might actually, if I go back and listen to that, it might actually be one of the best rap albums of the year to me. Like personally, like it was actually just it. Maybe because it came out of nowhere. Maybe because he kind of sound like Kendrick. We ain't heard Kendrick in so long. I don't want to go on a tangent about him, but it's just one of those albums with me that somebody knew that I didn't really know about. I didn't know who Simba was. I just heard this freestyle last week, really, so I had no idea. I'm not necessarily a fan. But hearing that and then just hearing the surprise, 37 minutes, just good songs. Got some good features on there. 2 Chainz, Ty Dolla $ign. I think Young Thug is on here somewhere. Moneybagg Yo. So yeah, some good features, and I think going forward, he could probably have a pretty good career. He sound like Ace Hood to me, so you know I was gonna like him because I really like Ace Hood though. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it was good. Like you said, you sent the freestyle over, and King Los kind of scarred me. Like in high school, King Los was like my favorite rapper, and I found him before he like got popping. I was like, he about to be the best rapper alive. Like, look, he can freestyle. You could throw him a word. He could do all that, and then he just couldn't make a good song, or he could make a song here and there, but he couldn't make a good project. And when you sent me that, I was like, he fired. Don't get me wrong. Like this freestyle was fire, but I'm not gonna fall into that trap again. And when I heard this song with 2 Chainz, like I became my own OG or whatever. I was like, okay, I became Big Homie. That's what it's called. I turned into my Big Homie. I was like, okay, that's one. He got one, but he had the 2 Chainz on there. Let's see what else he can do. And then I saw the album title, and Don't Run From Rap. Rap is an acronym that stands for responsibilities of principles. And it's like, okay, I can get behind this. Like I see where his vibe is, and then listening to his words, because if you freestyling, like your words are important to you. So it's like I'm listening to his bars in the actual songs, and I was impressed. I would put him on the level of like Jordan Lucas, of like not necessarily what he sounds like, but just far as potential. Like, yeah, he's a very lyrical person. he can make good songs, but it's like, let's see. I don't know what his cap is. I don't know like how far he could take it because he has that ability. Is just a very good introduction. You know what I mean? It doesn't hop right into like, oh, this is the best. Like he's one of the new. It wasn't that, but it was good enough for me to be like, okay, I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm impressed by this, and I think he has a lot of potential. He had, like you said, he had some good features on there. Like you could tell, like, okay, he's already connected based on this as being his first introduction. So I think it was a good project.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it for sure. And like I said this earlier in the chat, I was saying like people don't actually want to listen to rap anymore. It just feels kind of weird to say that, but I don't think that's what people want. Like I just, especially now, our generation might be different from the kind of newer generation that we got going right now, but it don't really feel like people want to actually listen to lyrics anymore. They just kind of want to like have it playing somewhere, like in the area. They want it in the background or in the headphones, but I'm already doing something, or they want it in the car, but I'm just kind of focusing on driving. They don't want to like actually have to sit down and actually listen to rap and try to figure out what people are saying anymore. So it's kind of when you get this and this is what you like, then you got to appreciate it.
Yeah, because it's almost like where do you fit in? Because rap is so like, I can't think of a better word, but it's like segregated. Like you got the newer acts, like you got the younger, like the Uzis, the NBA young boys. You got them to where it's like if they drop, like all the young boys and all the youngins, like they gonna grasp that, like they live by that, like the Bible. You know what I mean? And us, we kind of that's not really our vibe. We they're more of the lyrics or whatever. So you got new artists that come into a lane. It's kind of like they came in late, so it's like you don't really know where to put them at.
I love it. Because it's just like eventually, like I don't get me wrong, I like Lil Uzi. I actually like Lil Uzi a lot, and I like those type of artists a lot, but in doses. Like if I listen to Uzi for too long, I'm gonna hear him say some fucking ridiculous shit. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't really listen to Uzi, I just hear it. You know what I'm saying? It's in the background. It's in the headphones while I'm working out, focus on the workout. It's doing something like that. If I sit down and actually try to just listen to Lil Uzi album, I'm gonna hear him say my rollie is wetter than your bitch on menopause. Like it's like you were like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Like, so eventually you gonna hear some stupid shit. And so I can't get behind that for a long period of time. NBA YoungBoy is not good though.
Look, bro, like I teach like 18 to 20-year-olds, like they live by that man, dog. They live by that man, dog. So it's
right hard.
I can't.
That shit is not.
I think
good.
just last year he was like YouTube's most streamed artist or something like that. Like, I can't deny results.
Oh, you can't argue the success.
Yeah,
but the content is still trash. People watch train wrecks, bro. Like people listen to bullshit, dog.
That's the thing though. Like that's what they said about us. Like us listening in the future and us listening. Like I remember.
No, that's true.
The big homie was like, I just listened. I just understood what commas. I just understood what that song was actually saying. Jesus. I was like, fuck up some commas. Like I don't think it was
just that one phrase. Just that one phrase should have been easy enough.
But I guess like when that was like the song, they just know that part. But then when they actually listen to what Future was saying, it's like, I don't approve of this anymore. It's like that was our sting. So it's like now we kind of moving into that role. Like I can't.
For real though. Yeah. I don't really listen. I can't be doing with the mediocre bars over and over again. Especially because his albums be long. His albums be long as shit, dog. I be trying, dog. I be listening. I be like, yo, I'm trying. His albums just be long, bro. I be like, oh, this dude can't rap. Like he just can't rap. But who am I? Again, well, like I said last episode, if I say I don't like something, it might win a Grammy, dog. So if I say I don't like it, it might have the stamp of approval because if there was a percentage, my percentage would be very low. The songs I don't like ended up going to be hits. So facts. Yeah. What else you got though?
So my album, I have Mount Marcy by Rock Marciano. Rock Marciano, I want to say he's kind of the unspoken person that laid the foundation for Griselda to become popular. Like Rock, he's been out. I mean, like he was on Busta Rhymes album back in like 99, 2000. Like he's been out that long, but he's been kind of in that lane of Griselda, of the Boldy James, of the Stove God Cooks, El Camino, everybody of that lane. But he's been kind of doing it the independent way. So kind of like in line with how Griselda, before they got signed to the mainstream, a lot of theirs was we're going to release our album on our website. You have to buy it from us on cash. We're not going to put it on streaming services. We'll sell it with some merchandise. We'll sell like actual canvas art of our album titles. We'll give you like the vinyls. Like it's very from artist to consumer, real hustle like. And this album actually came out a couple weeks ago on his site, and it was selling for $40. I'm like, I like you, Rock, but I'm not about to pay $40. I respect it. But when I'm listening to this album, it just reminds me, it's like old head slick talk. You know what I mean? It's like he has a lot of game. So a lot of it isn't just like Lil Uzi, like my rollie this or all of that. He's really giving you game. Like he's talking about different moves he made, different things to look out for in people in different situations. He got skits on there talking about like what a pimp really do, because that's kind of like his main hook. Like it's like pimping, but it's more like gangster pimp talk type of whatever. But it has a Griselda sound. But also what I really like of this year is like people like Rock Marciano are getting a cosign for people in the industry. So he got Schoolboy Q on here. He got Action Bronson on here. A couple other people on here that just really solidify that this sound is a staple in the game now. Like it's not just the underground sound. Like, okay, only a certain amount of people know about Griselda. Like, no. Everybody knows about it. And now everybody is starting to know about everybody in this lane. So I just respect this project, the consistency of Rock Marciano, and that's Mount Marcy. It's a good project.
That's what's up, man. You ain't missed. You've been pretty solid on some of your stuff I ain't heard, and I went back and I like the Juicy J actually. I went back and listened to it over the weekend, and I actually every point you made was a good point. So if I had to go and listen to this, I won't I won't hesitate.
Yeah, it's a good one, bro. When he had Schoolboy on there, like he got a song called COVID Cough, and Schoolboy just going, and he was talking about like living in the shadow of Kendrick, and he was like, bro, I sold 30 million records. Like I'm in the shadow of who? You know what I'm saying? Like I came from the real solid. I came from the streets for real. Like I'm 30 million deep, bro. I got song with Kanye. I got song with who I'm in the shadow of. And it's like, that's the type of talk I like. I like that. But for a Schoolboy to do that on a Rock Marciano project, it's like, this is what I respect about that sound of that genre of rap.
I like the bragging, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Do your thing, bro. Once you get to that point, you can't do it. You can't be a year into the game talking shit, but
right.
When you get to that level, dog, you got some actual accolades to speak of, bro. Go talk your shit, bro. go ahead, talk your shit, bro. Right. People get mad at LeBron, like, bro, LeBron been in the league damn near 20 years, bro. If he want to say "fuck you, niggas," I'm balling. Then let LeBron say
my
that
damn
shit.
Respect.
Exactly. Like let him, he want to say that shit. Let him say that shit. Aaron Rodgers said, "Yo, my off years is y'all best years, bro." Like Aaron Rodgers could go and say some shit like that. Like like you Baker Mayfield, chill out. Like,
slow down on the commercials, my guy.
Chill out.
Let's get a winning season first.
Chill out, man. You got anything else?
You know I got music, but don't push me there. Yo.
Do your thing. We moving kind of quick, so if you want it, go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, now that you push me.
Moving on to the next topic. No,
try to go without it, man. But I gotta shout out my dog. Probably one of the hardest working people in the game right now, man. Fivio Foreign. He recently teamed up with Apple Music. They got a lot of initiatives, a lot of playlists that he's curating, a lot of things that he's going on. I talked about, I'm really heavy on the 2 New York sounds, like the Griselda type sound with, like I said, with Rock Marciano, and then the new, like younger, like drill sound or whatever. Fivio Foreign is really holding that flag. It's hilarious because this is the last type of song I thought he'd make, but it's called Baddies on My Wish List, and it's basically a flip of on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. They flipped that like jingle, and then it turned into a grind beat, and then he just started rapping. And he was like, "First day of Christmas, I got a baddie on my wish list." But that's about as far as it goes. As far as then it just turned into a Fivio Foreign song. But it's just hilarious. Like he come on singing that, like, "Oh, that first day of Chris," and then it's Fivio Foreign. But it's hilarious. But I respect the move because I don't know if we're gonna get into it a little bit later, but like when we see everything that's going on as far as like what's happening in the community, like Fivio in like some real beef, like that whole New York drill scene, like when it comes to like them gang members going at it, like they really going at it. Like people are really losing their life over it. So to see an artist go to a mainstream company and can do moves like this coming from where you come from, I think it's a testament to like, okay, I'd rather him do something like this than to be out in the streets with it, trying to prove that he's still that guy. So for that, I respect the growth. I respect that that willingness to be more of an artist and less more of like a gangster, because it just shows like you're more committed to this, and hopefully that'll put you in different areas to where you're not in the streets getting caught up. So that's why I respect the sentiment of that song. So that's Fabio Foreign, Baddies on my wish list.
No, that's real, bro. That's real. I wish you didn't have to. I wish you didn't have to take the title, but since we here now, since we here, I can respect it, bro.
For the first day of Christmas, I got a baddie on wish list. Let that go, dog. It go.
Oh man, bro. Yeah, we ain't doing no more music. That's something. That's what it was. I won't be tuning into. Yeah, let's get into our main topic for today, man. It's been a little bit of a slow week, but I think we got something that actually is interesting. Actually, excuse me. After I actually looked into it, it was interesting. So this is Kevin Kelly. Everybody knows. I don't know what he's going around being called as right now, but I'm sure it's probably something hella funny right now. But he's a Dallas business owner, and he owns a restaurant called True Kitchen, excuse me. And something happened on Sunday evening, I think about a week ago now, where a few women at a table were actually twerking in his restaurant on some furniture, and it kind of went to a viral moment where he actually went in there and addressed that whole restaurant about how, hey, this is for the culture, this isn't for this, like show some class. A lot of different statements were made. I would read the whole thing, but I'd be reading for forever. So if you haven't seen that yet, you can go look that up again. His name is Kevin Kelly, and that's True Kitchen. It's on pretty much everything, the Shade Room, and anything that you can think of all over social media right now. So you can go in there and actually look it up. But it does bring up a good conversation in several different ways, right? Like if you have a restaurant or if you have a business and someone is acting in a way that you wouldn't like them to act in your business, how do you handle it? Like one, and B, do you address them at all? C, do you tell them to leave? Like what do you do, right? What is acceptable and what type of standards, right? So I want to push it over to you first, kind of get your first, statements on there, and then we'll kind of go over there.
Yeah, so it's for this one, I got a couple takes, but for the main one, after looking into the situation and seeing what actually happened, I can respect the restraint he held. I think the ultimate video or clip that we see is him giving like his speech to the whole restaurant, telling them where he's from, telling them what his restaurant represents, and telling them what won't be tolerated. But I think that we got to understand, like, based on what you're saying, like this is a Black-owned business. Like this is somebody who put his hard work into it, put his time, put his money, put his efforts, and created what seems to be like a very nice, I think it's like a cocktail bar or a restaurant, but
yeah, it looked nice.
A very nice place for people to come. And he said it, like, I want to create somewhere where we feel safe to come. I want to create somewhere where it's like, it represents us. That they got music playing in the background. Like, I just want it to be a place for us and for somebody to go in. And I believe this is allegedly, I'll say allegedly, he came up to them prior to say, yo, can y'all chill out? Like, hey, can y'all stop that? Then they kept doing it again. Then he came up to him a second time, but yo, can y'all stop that? And then after that, he kind of just like lost his cool and exploded. And then he gave the big speech. But I think that we got to understand, this is what we want. This is the thing that we say we want to incentivize. This is what we say we want. We want Black-owned businesses. We want to support our community. But when we get stuff of our own, this is kind of how we treat it too. Like when we get somebody that really comes from the bottom and really creates something on their own, we look at it like it's less than. We don't give it the same validation we give it to another brand or another company. If we got a homie that's selling clothes or that's has a brand, we don't give it that same esteem than if we go to like a Gucci or a Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? But that's us. That's us not respecting that brand. If we got a homie or we got somebody from our community that got a restaurant, we just feel like, oh, it's us. This is the homie, so I can do whatever I want in the restaurant, but we wouldn't conduct ourselves like that in a IHOP or a Cracker Barrel or some other like brunch spot or whatever. So it's like we got to take a step back to see like why do we do this to ourselves? Because it's the biggest thing. Like we finally have somebody that's doing what we say we want them to do, but then we pushing them to the limit. Because I'll say this. We had people early. I'm not sure if it was this year or last year. We just had people in Starbucks that was, I believe in Philly, that was just trying to use the bathroom. But because they didn't buy something, they got arrested and they got dragged out the Starbucks because somebody called the cops on them. You know what I mean? So if this was some type of other establishment with somebody that wasn't from the community, yo, this could have went left so fast. Cops could have been called so much more, and this could have escalated, and then we would have had another protest. We would have had another rally. We would have had another big old thing like, yo, look at these people. We need more Black-owned businesses. But then when we get a Black-owned business, we get in there and we don't know how to act. You know, we don't know how to conduct ourselves. And that's what he was saying. Like, yo, let's conduct yourselves a little like with some class. Like, how can I be out here preaching that I want men to respect women if you women coming in here and you dancing on top of the glass? Like, what are we doing?
You tripping.
And in that, I can understand his frustration. So that's my overall viewpoint.
Yeah. And great points. And I agree with everything that you said. I think the biggest deal right now, and I've seen this a lot, right? I think we kind of forgotten that there's a place and time for everything, right? Like, I understand the whole twerking thing. I understand the whole body positivity, and I'm not arguing with you about twerking. Megan Thee Stallion talking about she willing to shake her ass, and then you got the body playing in the background. I understand all that, right? That really don't give you no excuse. Like, let's take that excuse for example, because I've been seeing a lot of that. Well, you were blasting Megan Thee Stallion over the DJ was blasting Megan Thee Stallion over the speakers, and they started acting as such. Like, that's your fault, sir. And it's like, not really. Like, let's take that analogy and use it in some other situation. If I'm in the club and I play Knuck If You Buck, and people start fighting and shooting and then people die, am I at fault for the deaths? Do I get arrested and go to jail for murder because I played the song? No. If I play Pony and you start riding dick in the middle of the damn thing and get arrested for indecent exposure, does that mean that I'm at fault for that? No. Like, you don't just start acting out the songs as they being played in every place you go. That's not a good excuse. Like, that's actually one of the worst excuses. And then what you're trying to do is remove them from any type of criticism, right? They sitting here in an up class, what he considers his restaurant, what he wants it to be. If it's not there yet, he wants it to be an up class place for Black people to come to. The last thing he needs is a bunch of women twerking on their furniture, standing on their furniture. That's not what this place is for. So I play this music because I want y'all to come in here and feel safe. I want y'all to come in here and have fun. I want y'all to come in here and it be a place where it's for the culture and by the culture. Like, that's what I want. So I'll play this type of music. But that don't mean that you can just come in here and act the ass. Like, that doesn't make sense. There's a time and place for everything. I've been seeing a lot on TikTok, people just like in public, like doing the body challenge, like seeing girls in the mall twerking stuff like that. It's like, that's cool and all, but bro, there's a time and place for that, bro. Like, go do that stuff either in the comfort of your home. Lizzo got the same energy from me a while back, like when she was in the NBA game, had the whole ass out on the big screen, turn around twerking. Like, bro, there's a time and place for that. It's just not here. Like, is that if that's misogyny, then say then it is what it is. But bro, I'm just saying, for me in my establishment, that's not what I want. And what he said made sense to me. It may have been a little bit rude if that's what you think, but he said, "Hey, I don't need your money. I've already built my dream. I'm trying to sustain it right now. I don't need your money. So if you want to act like that, you can go somewhere else, because I know you wouldn't go and act that place at this place or that place or that other place, but you want to come in here in this Black-owned business just because I'm playing some music and then act this way. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to your own people. And like you said, if we do want to, prosper, or whatever you want to say, whatever the words you want to use, then we're gonna have to start treating our Black-owned stuff as with a higher standard. Like, that's just the bottom line. I need to start treating your brand as a higher standard. I need to start treating your eyelashes as a higher standard. I need to start treating your podcast, your business, your food, your whatever you want to, whatever you think. I can't just come there like, man, this is I know homie king on this. I'm gonna just be in here, be doing whatever the fuck I want here. Nah, bro, don't come in here and do that shit to my shit. You wouldn't even go Subway and act that way. Like, don't come in here in my shit and act that way. That's just disrespectful. And overall, Was his tone rude? Maybe. You know, maybe. How mad would you be though if somebody came to your house and started standing on your furniture? Let's just talk about your house. How mad would you be? Just talk about the stand on the furniture part. After you asked him several times to go ahead and stop doing that, stop acting that way, stop behaving that way. Eventually, you would act that way too. Like you gotta at some point stand up on your own and say like, "Yo, y'all could either get out or not come back or stop doing what you're doing." Like one of those three things is gonna have to happen. Again, like you said, this could have been way worse. They could have been the police in there involved, and we'd have had a whole nother altercation. It would have been a lot worse. If this is the worst case scenario that turned out, I applaud him for
it. Excuse me. That's how I think about it. It's like this is the reality. This is what it is for Black owned businesses. Because if you look at it, if you look at the quality of this establishment, if you look at what they got going on, it really represents exactly what he said it is. Like you got good music playing, it looks clean, it looks nice, it looks like a very well put together establishment, and it's Black owned. So it's like this is what we want. Again, this is a dream actualized. This is what we say we've been doing. But now it's easy to say that. This is what we were saying this whole summer when everything was so political and everything was so racially driven, right? It's so easy to say we want more Black owned businesses. It's so easy to say we want more entrepreneurs in our neighborhood because the dream of it is so appealing. It's kind of like marriage, right? Everybody loves the big wedding and the idea of getting married and the idea of having kids and but the reality of it is you got a baby that's crying through the night. You know what I mean? You're going to have to go through some things in a relationship to make that marriage work. It's going to be some bad days. It's going to be some good days, but it's not this fairy tale of it. The reality of it is very much different than the dream of it. So when we talk about these dreams of Black owned businesses and everything like that, we got to understand that situation's going to happen like this. And we got to understand, like, if he was being rude, like you said, being rude and saying like, yo, y'all can get the F out. Hey, bro, like, I'd rather that candid conversation than police be involved. I'd rather that than somebody fighting or getting their hands put on them. I'd rather that than the business get shut down or whatever like that. So the reality is not going to be as a fairy tale. But this is, we got to, in my opinion, we got to start stepping up and supporting the business owners or the people that's actually trying to do it, because that's what we need more of the community. And not to say that you can't go out and twerk or whatever like that. That's your business. But I stand on the side of the business owner than a person that wants to be quote unquote liberated by twerking on that business owner's, property or whatever, because that they feel like that song makes them want to do so. So yeah, shout out to him. But I will say Black Twitter did not let me down, dog.
Boy, I ain't seen nobody this mad at twerking since remember that girl that was twerking for Salt Bay? And her man came in, banged on the door, and she ran off. I ain't seen, bro. This shit is good, bro. Like when I went over to Black Twitter, like I seen a lot of like mixed, which is kind of what you get. You always gonna get some people. It's a lot of women. Look at how they treat Black women and this and that. You guys got a lot of that, but boy, did we get a lot of funny shit. What was some funny shit you see?
Bruh, I saw the hashtag True Kitchen Menu, and they was like, "Hey, come on, Black Twitter, y'all know what to do. Let's start hashtag True Kitchen Menu." So I'm gonna read off what they think that the True Kitchen Menu should be composed of. We got by any greens necessary. We got Section 8 layer chocolate cake. Return of the mac and cheese. And my favorite, bro, y'all thought shit was sweet apple pie. I thought she was sweet potato pie. I thought she was sweet potato pie.
Yo. Dog, yeah, no, that's wild,
bro. And I tell you, Black Twitter had me rolling, dog.
Bro, I just see I see our boy Kenny post one. It's just like some people having sex and there's a dude over there trying to order some food. This is how they want True Kitchen to be. Bro, no, I love it, bro. It's always a joke, bro. But The argument against it is just what I can't get past, bro. I can't get past this one right here says, how you mad at women twerking in your restaurant while having a DJ playing Body by Meg Thee Stallion in full blast in your establishment? It's like, easily, easily, bro.
Us all to be adults and control
easily, like easily, bro. That's like you act like your body is uncontrollable when you hear that song. Like you just like lose all common sense and just start twerking it wherever you at, and no matter what setting. Like, oh, I went into the elementary school. They kicked me out. Why? Well, they was playing Body by Meg Thee Stallion, so I just started bust out in the split, started twerking, and they got mad.
What's your thing though? It's like, bro, you can dance, like chill in your seat, like you know what I'm saying. You can have it, but to jump up on a glass, like to jump on
shit, dog. Like you on my shit. Get off of my shit, dog. What's wrong with you, dog? Like, you on my shit, bro. Like, what is wrong with him, bro? What is wrong with him, bro?
Oh man,
dog.
That's funny, bro.
No, that's just a wild. I just can't imagine like going into court and be like, "Hey, you got caught selling drugs." It's like, well, I was listening to Benny the Butcher, and I just didn't know what happened. I just all of a sudden had a bunch of coke and just started slinging it. Like it's just uncontrollable. Like, shut the fuck up.
Like, yeah, you know what? You right. I get that safe.
Yeah,
just don't let it happen again.
Yeah, I was listening to Gigi the other day. I bought half of Atlanta. What? No, like I'm not rocking with it. If, like I said, if liberation of women, men, whatever you want to say to that extent causes this, that I have to be okay with this type of stuff, then I'm not following it. Like that's my problem with the, like these type of movements. Is just like they always seem to go too far for me. They always seem to go too far to where they put you in a bad spot. Like, do I stand on the side of the business owner that obviously just saying like, yo, respect my shit, bro? Like that's the basis of his argument. Like, yo, just respect my shit. I already asked you a couple of times.
Yeah.
Or do I say, well, women should be allowed to twerk wherever they want? That basically is what the other argument is. That's basically what the other argument is. To me, that's not a good argument. Like, it's just not a good argument, dog. Like, yo, like it is one thing. Like if she's on the ground, I might be like, all right, whatever. He probably didn't have to act like that. But you own my shit. Like, get your nasty fucking feet off my shit, bro. What's wrong with her?
Not on the glass, bro. Because once it breaks, and you fall, cut yourself up.
That sloppy. They got the return to mac and cheese sauce all over the glass, bro.
That's how you get the roller, dog.
No, get the fuck out of here, bro. Hey, but this dude is well spoken though. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
shout out to him. Like if this wasn't as funny as it was, this would be actually a very powerful speech. And he gave a lot of other he did like an interview. He got some tweets that he put out. He's very well spoken. Seemed like a very smart man. Shit.
Yeah, they was like he has some stuff to get off his chest. Like that been brewing for a while. Yeah, he been waiting for somebody to test him.
It happened. Yeah, it happened. It was happening before, and he was getting mad about it. Yeah, it was happening.
He said he had I have a dream speech in the middle of brunch.
We can't take shit seriously, man. we can't take nothing seriously.
Oh man,
nothing seriously. Overall, man, good shit, bro. That's good shit by him. For me, if there's a question where I stand with him.
Yeah, respect.
But if I hear Pony and I whip my dick out, I don't want to hear nobody mad because my body just lost control all of a sudden. And
this dude.
What is I supposed to do?
I can't help it, dog.
Sorry, Your Honor. It wasn't sexual assault. Stupid ass. All right, well, anything else on that?
Nah, that's all I got, bro. Y'all thought shit was sweet potato pie.
Shit was not. That's that. I see you supporting with the hoodie. I see you supporting with the hoodie.
Straight sweet potato pie.
If he got gear, I'm definitely going to buy it.
Yeah.
If he got gear, I'm definitely going to cop. I don't know if he do or not, but I do.
That's all I got for that one, though, bro.
All right, well, shit, yeah. Let's get to these positivity shout outs. I'm gonna see if I can put a video in mine But my positive shout out, it's not much of a positive shout out. It's more of a like, I see you and good job and keep going type of thing. But it's all the players that's kind of playing football, basketball, soccer, baseball, all those things that's going on right now. For one reason, mainly is because I've seen this video by Raheem Mostert. He's a running back for the 49ers. And he was just kind of just doing a regular interview, and they asked him about, how has it been? Like, what's this last week been like? What has it been like this season? And he talks about how basically he hasn't seen his kids, his whole family. He left his family so he can come over here and play football, and to provide for them. And he was just saying how he hasn't seen them since like week 1 of the season, and how it's been hard. He kind of starts to get a little bit emotional and breaks down. And then it kind of dawned on me that this shit is for entertainment. And it feels so regular to me, like to wake up on Sunday and watch football. But what they going through is not regular shit. Like it's not the regular days. It's not regular in college life for college football. We all want to see games played. We want to see this happen. We want to see people, our teams in the playoffs. Believe me, Ohio State got 2 games canceled, so I know exactly the feeling. But COVID is still out here, bro. So sacrifices need to be made, bro. And if entertainment got to go, then it got to go. And they found a way to make it happen, but a lot of people sacrifice a lot of things in order to make that happen. And I just want to say thank you. I'm really appreciative of it. I don't know what I'd be. I don't really know what I'd do without football, dog. Like, it takes up so much time in my day sometimes. Like, it's just only Sundays and Saturdays most of the time, and throughout the week I just watch stuff to kind of like keep up. And fantasy football keep me intact with my friends, things of that nature. So it brings so much life and conversation to my life. Like, it seems almost selfish to not realize that people are sacrificing in order to be there on that field just to play. Like, we look at it as entertainment or just for fun and things like that. He said it best. They fighting for their lives out there. Like, it's tough. It's a tough game to be playing alone, let alone with trying to avoid COVID as well. Like, I don't know what else to say about it, but I'm gonna see if I can put that Raheem Mostert video right here after this spot before King goes. If not, then I'll put a bunch of pictures. But yeah, man, shout out to Raheem Mostert. Shout out to all the players in the NFL, the college football players, basketball. NCAA basketball is starting off now too, so shout out to them. It's tough, man. I know it's tough to try to avoid COVID, try to get to practice, try to have fun, enjoy your own life, right? Especially those college players. I know they trying to go out and have fun as well, trying to enjoy their college years. People say some of those college years are your best ones, and they trying to sacrifice just so they can get on the field and play for mostly just art and entertainment. So shout out to all of them, man.
Yeah, so
for me personally, it's been a struggle, not having my little family. Sorry if I get a little emotional, but it's really tough, and I miss them so much. And it's a fight out here every day. You're fighting for your life, and I just want people to understand that it's just not football players. It's the whole organization. It's everybody. People have to make sacrifices out here, and I sacrifice to leave my family behind so that way I can make a living for them. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say, really.
we take for granted like entertainment, but it's a reason why it's $1 billion industry. It's like sometimes we need a release. We need to escape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got stuff going on every day. So like just to watch football for 2-3 hours, like now I have to think about everything that's going on in my life. So that's a truly, truly incredible service that they provide. In that, I want to give a shout out. This might be a repeat one, but I just wanted to say my positivity shout out go to Toby Nwigwe. And again, shout out to Jazz. She put me on him early last year. I've been following him for a long time, but to see his consistency every Sunday, dropping a new song, dropping a new video, coming out with live albums. He had a virtual tour that he sold. He actually put out an album of that virtual tour. And now, not missing a beat, he's still dropping music every Sunday. So he had the Eat song with his wife. Then now with this project, he's moving more on to the mainstream. So he's been invited out to like Dave Chappelle's like summertime comedy shows where he got to mingle with like a bunch of famous comedians. He has songs now with Earth Gang. He has songs with Big Crit. He has songs with Royce da 5'9", with Black Thought. He has a project coming out next week on there. He has songs with Bun B, Saha the Prince, Lil Kiki, a lot of Houston legends. And I think that is just dope to see again, the demonstration of what hard work will actually bring to you. Because in doing this, he didn't go industry. The industry came to him. And during this pandemic, he used his platform and used his creativity to really rise to prominence to where everybody took notice of him. And then from that, once everybody took notice of him, once he got the acceptance from the industry, he didn't compromise who he was. And he made other people like Black Thought getting on track with him and talk about being a father figure, you know what I mean? So sort of like in a jest way, like, yo, I'm your dad because I'm like son of you, but still get on the track and do that and not curse, because that's like a staple in his rapping. Like, no, we're not gonna curse on here. And then getting other people like Big Crit, who I kind of put in that same lane, and come up here and then spit a message. Get other creatives like Earth Gang to come on here and spit a message. So I just want to say shout out to Toby the Wigwee, just seeing his whole journey from where I've caught on to him to where he is now in the industry, and how many doors he's opening and how creative he is. It's just dope to see, to do it organically and not just like force it. So shout out to him, man. Looking forward to the album next week.
Yeah, he's my favorite person this year, bro. Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
It's been cool to see. It's just like, you feel like you part of something watching his shit.
Facts.
Like you know, like you feel appreciated as a fan watching his shit, dog. Because he make you feel like family, like, you know.
Yeah, he said like we all cousins, like, yo, yeah, the cousins, like, yo,
yeah, like he let, like, when you see just all of him and just what it feels like his family performing this like that, like he let you in on his life. It just feel good to be a fan of Toby. So yeah, shout out to him, man. But we got to talk about something that we didn't get to talk about last time because we recorded on Saturday. And that Saturday night, something big happened last week. And the Black race took a big loss. I just want to say, like, as a whole, the Black community, we've been mourning a bit. And like when we mourn, sometimes we like to laugh at our own pain. And that's what we've been doing. That's the funniest thing I've seen this week has been the Nate Robinson memes of all sorts, shapes, and sizes, whether they're TikTok videos. I seen a funny video of a dude acting like Nate Robinson was ordering some Big Macs. And he asked him what he gonna do if he don't give him a Big Mac. That's funny, bro. I see memes just him sleep, bro. But God, Nate, God, man, you can't say you doing this for this is why I hate when people say they doing stuff for the culture. This is exact example of why I do not like when somebody's like, we doing this for the culture.
I love us for real.
Like, no, bro. The culture will respectfully decline you to be able to do it for us, bro.
Oh, bro.
NBA players out here, bro, looking at them sideways, bro. You went in there with no real boxing experience, thinking you just gonna beat up somebody, dog.
He literally was fighting like a street fight. Like,
bro,
I'm gonna rush you and I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna rush you and I'm gonna hold you. It's like, bro, this boxing, dog. Like,
he was rushing into pippity pass.
Yeah, like, I'll play the angles, bro.
He was actually getting busy on him though. like he was really playing angles though. Like he was like
now that I know what you're gonna do, I'm just bam. Like,
it was literally just sidestep bop. Like it was like he was actually getting kind of busy on him. You know what's crazy? You know, 45 minutes ago, bro. You see what Floyd just posted?
Nah,
we've been doing this. He's fighting Logan Paul.
That's not official.
February 20th. He posted on his Instagram. February 20th.
Oh Lord.
Yep. So we need to get that. We need to get that back, Floyd. I'm gonna need you to go get that back for us. Thank you. I'd appreciate it.
But that's the thing, though, bro. It's like,
I wish it was somebody else. I wish it didn't have to be one of the best boxers of all time.
I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect it. As a money play, I respect it.
Because shit like this kind of bring him down though a notch. So he's like he should be GOAT level. Floyd should be GOAT level. Yeah, but that GOAT shouldn't be doing this though. Ghost shouldn't fight. Ghost don't fight Logan Paul.
This is the thing. Floyd is a great businessman. Yeah. And it's like, I'm going to get a bag with no risk for myself. Like, I'm gonna come in, do the show, get it hyped, because I've proven what I've done. Like, I got an undefeated record. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For him to come back in the game now, it's like, all right, like we all know that's not going to happen. But for exhibition, come back, get a bag. I respect it. Like the Conor McGregor thing, boom, knock him out. Like for the culture. I don't know what he was doing when he went over to and he fought that little young dude.
No, I don't know what happened over there. I'm act like that never happened. I just want to act like that never happened.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. But this is like, all right, I can respect it. Like for the coach, like culturally, I can respect that, man.
I wanted to be another NBA player. I wanted Matt Barnes to go in there. Show what these hands do real quick since he thinks it's sweet. That would be crazy. I'll go.
But this is the thing. I can't lose Matt.
If Matt lost, I would cry. If Matt lost to Logan Paul, I would cry, dog. I would cry. We had to go back to slavery.
At least the Jim Crow era.
We had to be in minimum segregation.
They gonna be split up water fountains.
That would set us back so far if Matt Barnes got beat by Logan Paul. Dog. Yeah, no, we can't take that risk.
In all fairness, though, like I think it's a good move financially. I think it's a good strategy. It's kind of like what Ice Cube was doing with like the big three. Because you think about our community when we talk about like it's only so many avenues people go through. And, you know, they incentivize sports, they incentivize entertainment, or they incentivize crime. It's like when you make it to the sports, like that sports window is so small. Like if you make it to the NBA, like only LeBron can have like a 20-year career. Like everybody, like the normal is a couple years. NFL even shorter than that. So it's like you spend your whole life doing something and your career is only a couple years. You need people like Floyd. You need people like Ice Cube. You need people like Tyson, you know, to show like, hey, if you still want to do this, if you still want to get a bag, like this is how we're going to do it. And I think that it's important, especially when we see like how burnt out these celebrities get, how burnt out these athletes, get because they run through their money. This is kind of like a second chance. And it's like them paving that way. It's like, all right, bet maybe, you know, the Earl Spence or the, what's his name, Terrence Crawford, maybe when they get done, maybe they have a resource they can do to get a bag if they money ever dry up or anything like that.
That's what's up.
I ain't trying to see no more Mike Tyson though. I'm not trying to see that. I'm cool on the uncles at the barbecue fight.
Yeah, I'm down with that. That was. We ain't gonna talk about Terrence Crawford being one of the best though.
He need to fight Earl. Dog. Earl just fought last night. He got to fight Earl Spence. He got to.
All right.
I think Earl. No. Earl running from him. Don't get me wrong. Earl running from him.
Hold on. Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I missed you.
Oh no, Earl running from him. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but he gotta. That's the fight. They have to fight. It's no other fight than that.
But he's took everyone that people wanted him though.
But he's so far in his career. Though. You can't fight nobody. Ain't nobody on ESPN, dog.
Yeah.
You gotta know.
It's not his fault though.
It is. You chose that promotion. You chose that promotion. Like, come on, now you know ain't nobody over there but you. That's the bag. He went for the bag. But it's like, you know, you got Canelo, you got Earl. Yep. That's the only two people you can fight, dog. But that's the thing I don't like about boxing. Like boxing is more like political, whereas the UFC is like, hey bro, I don't care what you do, dog. You fight him or you get out.
Yeah. Like you better get your fuck ass. Yeah, no, that's real, bro. That's real. I'll take him in either one of those fights though. Respectfully. Like I don't think he's gonna watch it, but respectfully, I'll take him.
I know that's hometown, but
that's your boy. Yeah. I gotta take him. Bro.
I just saw my dog Danny Garcia from Philly, dog. He got his ass whooped last.
Did he?
He got whooped, dog. Like it wasn't like he got beat down. Like he was competitive.
Yeah,
he never could win. Like it was just like, all right, let me stop real quick. All right, let me stop real quick. And like Earl Spence almost died last year, like with that car crash. Like he came back and whooped you, dog.
All right, bro. Let's get out of here. All right, man.
Taking a lot of L's on this side, bro. My fantasy team losing. My boxing losing. My football team losing.
I seen a video of a dude. It was the NFL song playing, and he just started crying. And he put on the Eagles jersey and just went to the TV.
Oh, man,
bro. But Darius Slay don't need to be. We'll talk about this after. But Darius Slay don't need to be manning up 1-on-1 against the best receivers in the league anymore, bro. Yeah, it's over with. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like and subscribe, all
Forgot
that.
we was on the podcast.
Yeah. Stop twerking on people's podcasts.
Are we
They don't
live?
ask you to.
Charlotte, baby, live?
Are you live? You got anything else?
No, I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting us each and every week.
For sure. Appreciate
my
y'all.
my first day of Christmas. I want a baddie on my wish list.
We won't be naming the episode.
Too late.
All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to Who Am I Pod.
Who am I? The girls them sugar.